know the snow is a real inconvenience, especially on the roads, but in the big picture, we need it.
Yes, we need any moisture we can get. I will say any moisture we can get, because when you look at snow and then you look at much colder temperatures, there's typically the snow ratio is different. So there's not as much moisture as temperatures get colder and colder in that snow. Just like when you have really warm temperatures and you get snow, it's good snowman making. Yeah. And then when it's a little flakier, a little less moisture in it. Anyway, yes, we need it, but we need lots more of it, and we need spring to be filled with lots of rain. Here's your Capital Chef Sky Cam. Yes, you can see visibility is reduced out there. More snow is on the way for most communities, which is why there's snowfall and winter storm warnings still in place for many areas. For us here in Calgary, I'll show you how much we can expect coming up here, but we've already had about 7 to 8 centimeters here. But further closer to the Pincher Creek area in the far southwest corner, we've already seen 18 centimeters, Lethbridge 11, the Hat around 8. So we've already seen a good significant amount, making the roads tricky. It's still falling in all of these communities pretty much. Minus 17 is the current temperature. That's just the base temperature, but look what visibility is down to, just 0.8 right now. So if you do have to head out on these roads, they're slippery and visibility is reduced greatly. So if you don't have to head out, don't go. If you do have to drive in this, take your time, have your lights on, all of those kinds of things. Minus 26 is what it feels like right now in Calgary, with that wind chill into the minus 20s for most communities, as you can see here. So it's a chilly day, not as cold as it was earlier on, earlier this week, but we are looking at sticking around these kinds of temperatures for a couple days now until we really start to see a warm up. You can see the snowfall here. You can see that there's more to come. There's more off to the west, and it will develop over here as well. So we have some more totals to come. What about timeline here? We'll talk about that first. As we go through these next few hours, definitely some snow. This should be out of most communities by about 3-5 in the morning. It may take a little time for the southeast quadrant of the province, but overall we are looking at this moving out in the overnight hours, and then we're done with the snow for a little bit. So up to another 3 centimeters. We could get another 3 in Calgary in addition to the 7 we already had at the airport. 6 for Claresholm, 8 for Lethbridge, and you can see about 3 for Canmore, and for the Hat another 5 is certainly possible before this is all said and done in these overnight hours. Things will really clear out nicely for tomorrow. We are looking at sunshine for the day. You can see we still have a cooler air mass in place, not as cold as what we had, but still very cold, and we are looking at that lasting for the next couple of days. But this ridge will build in. We are looking at a good flow out of the southwest, and that's going to warm up our temperatures. So when? That's the big question. We did talk about being below normal. Normal's minus 3 for a 2-week stretch, and that's pretty much what it looks like. So minus 17 is our high for tomorrow. Wind chills, though, will range from minus 32 in the morning to minus 24 in the afternoon. Good amount of sunshine. More cloud cover for the rest of the week. Minus 13, so an improvement on Friday. Still cold, though. Minus 8, though, by Saturday. Minus 6 by Sunday. Minus 5 by Monday. That's your Capital Chef 5-day forecast. After the 5 days, though, we do, by Tuesday of the next week, we start to get warmer and potentially into that above freezing mark temperature.
All right, Danielle, thank you so much. Everywhere, Danielle, there will be snow plows in many, many cities tonight.
Yes, stay behind, stay out of the way, let them do their thing. So when we get the sunshine tomorrow, the roads are, well, better. I was going to say much better, but it's still going to be cold, so it will still be slick, but it will be less full of snow. All right, here's the look at current temperatures. Minus 17 in Calgary, with the wind chill, though, feeling more like minus 26. We're looking at cold weather for the next couple of days before we really see a huge increase that you'll really notice and want to be outside again. You can see well into the minus 20s for all of southern Alberta with that wind chill. Cranbrook feeling closer to minus 15. When we look at visibility, certainly reduced, not as much in Red Deer, but where we're getting the snowfall, Calgary, we're down to 2.8 kilometers. We were just at 0.8, so starting to improve a little bit. Cranbrook is just at 0.8 as well, 1.6 kilometers, so you can't see very far ahead of you. Take your time if you do have to head out there on the roads. The roads are slick and you can't see very well with all that snow. We're looking at snowfall warnings in place, not for Calgary, but areas just to the west of Calgary, to the south, and you can see here in the blue winter storm warning because more snowfall is expected in these areas. Really just outside of Pincher Creek, potentially a total of 40 centimeters of snow before this is all said and done. This has been 32 hours in this event so far for us here in Calgary. We've registered about 7 centimeters at the airport. We're not fully done yet. We'll talk totals in just a second. You can see the snowfall over us right now. You can see that in through much of the southern part of the province. And again, this will last until about 10:30 tonight for most areas. So I'll give you the timeline here. You can see as we go to about 10:30, 11 o'clock, most of it will be out, but it will still be light. So visibility will start to get even better by that point, but we are still looking at snowfall, the potential of some snowfall up until about 5 o'clock in the morning. Then this is a look at tomorrow, as you can see by your timestamp here, and the clouds will clear out and we're looking at sunshine for tomorrow. Quick look at totals and what we can expect. Another 3 to 5 centimeters before it's all said and done overnight here in Calgary, and then 6 centimeters for Kimberley, 3 for Canmore and Cochrane, 8 more for Lethbridge, and just outside of Pincher Creek, potentially another 10 to 15 centimeters, but Pincher Creek looking at 7 to 10 is still possible before it's all said and done. Here's your Capital Chef 5-day forecast. Minus 17 is our high for tomorrow. In the morning, though, with the wind chill, minus 32. In the afternoon, minus 24. Still cold for the next couple of days. Minus 8 for Saturday, minus 6 for Sunday, minus 5 for Monday, and I have to say this, potentially 4 degrees, plus 4, Tara, by Tuesday of next week. So next week, much milder.
Good to hear. Thank you, Danielle. Banff.